Hey y'all, today's going to be a discussion video. I want to talk about something that it's very important, and I think we finally need to get settled. Well, I say finally need to get settled. It's been talked about a lot, and a lot of people get it, but some people don't, and maybe not by any fault of their own. But let's talk about the Second Amendment. What is it? What does it mean? And what does it not mean? All right, let's talk about it. Okay, I want to talk about the Second Amendment. I was watching a video on YouTube from a channel I really like. I'm not going to name the channel because I'm not calling them out. I don't want to call them out. They do a lot of good stuff. They're not just a gun tube channel. They talk sometimes politics, and they talk a lot about God and faith, which I really enjoy. And of course they do gun reviews and shooting and stuff as well. But like I said, I'd want to name it because they certainly didn't mean anything bad by this, but it was just a mistake that they made. One of the guys was talking about the Second Amendment, and what he was saying was that the founding fathers, when they wrote the Second Amendment, they had just gone through one of the most brutal wars, the Revolutionary War, with many very bloody battles to win our independence, our freedom over a tyrannical government. And our founding fathers, having foresight, didn't want us to have to go through that again, and they wanted to protect us, put something in writing to protect us from a tyrannical government. He said, so they wrote the Second Amendment to give us the right to keep and bear arms. He said that they gave us the right to keep and bear arms. That's not what the Second Amendment is. That's not what they did. The founding fathers knew we had a God-given right, a natural right, a civil right. I say God-given right, but if you don't believe in God, whatever, but it's our natural right to keep and bear arms. They knew we already had that right. They didn't give us that right. In fact, the Second Amendment is just a guarantee that they recognize that right and they will not do anything to infringe upon it. Now, I can get really deep into like the wording of it because it's a very, very simple, it's only a few sentences, and it's very simple and the meaning is very clear, but politicians like to try to twist things. But it does use the word militia in there. And well, what was the militia? We didn't really have a standing army, not really to speak of. The people that fought and won the war were the townspeople, were the citizens, the patriots. They were the blacksmiths. They were the farmers. They were the fur traders. The militia was the people. I mean, and they even use the term the people in the amendment. So, you know, they like to try to, a lot of the anti-gunners like to try to say, well, it was really the militia, it's for like a state-sponsored militia or a National Guard or something like that. No, they didn't mean that, and here's how I know that. Because the Bill of Rights, which is the first 10 amendments in the Constitution, written by James Madison, each of those rights deals with the rights of the individual rights. It covers all the rights that they recognized that we had. Now, do you really think he was just going to slip one in there for the government, even a state government? No, so that argument falls flat on its face. So the government doesn't give us anything. The government only takes from the people. The government does not give us our rights. All the rights that are in the Bill of Rights are God-given rights. So that was one thing he said that, and I think a lot of people think that, well, the Second Amendment gives us our right to keep and bear arms. It's not. It is a guarantee that our founding fathers, who had the foresight, they knew and recognized we had these God-given rights. And they were not going to infringe upon those rights. They were going to make sure that it was written down that we could be safe and secure and free in our rights. So that's just the one thing I think we need to make sure that we understand is the government, the Second Amendment. You know, and I hear people, and I've said it, you know, I'm exercising my Second Amendment right. No, when I'm out training and shooting and trying to get proficient with my weapon and with my gun and trained as good as I can, I'm just out exercising my right, my God-given right to be able to defend myself, my family, and even my community. So I'm not exercising my Second Amendment right. I'm just exercising my right to keep and bear arms and to train with it, well-regulated. That's what well-regulated means. Train and be good with your firearms. I think if you're going to, especially if you're going to carry every day, if you're just going to use the Second Amendment as, well, it's my right to do so, and you don't train, you're a fool. That's my take on it. But anyway, the Second Amendment is there as just a guarantee that they will not infringe upon that right. But since when has the government and politicians kept up their end of the bargain? Like I said, they knew what a tyrannical government can do. I mean, it's even written in the Declaration of Independence that it's our duty as a people that if the government is not holding up their end of the bargain, if they're becoming tyrannical, it is our duty to replace that government. We do that now through elections and in the polls. Elections, if you still subscribe to that theory. But anyway, I just want to make that clear and clarify that it was a good video. I really enjoy that channel that I'm speaking of, but they just made that one slight error, and I want to clarify that the right to keep and bear arms is given from God. It's our natural right, and the Second Amendment is simply a guarantee that they will not infringe upon it. But yet here we are. All right, guys. If you disagree with me, comment down below. If you like my videos, or even if you don't, you can hit dislike. But if you like my videos, hit like, comment. If you'd like to see more training videos and more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button. I'll go ahead and ask for subscribers. I'm never going to be able to compete with these big gun tube channels, but I just want to be part of the conversation and learn about training, because I'm new at this. I'm new at training and shooting guns and everyday carry. So I'm still learning. So I want to learn from you guys. Hopefully I can pass on some knowledge that I've learned through my training and classes and things that I found out through shooting. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share this, and until the next video, I'll see you later. Hey y'all, let's go take a ride, shall we?